Gotta get my headphone. Hello, hello. Alright. So I'm not really sure why I'm making this video. This will go out on YouTube, I guess. And yeah. I don't know if anyone's really gonna watch this video or really care, but I don't know. I felt like I needed to make a video about why we built the company Dressed and what was kind of the original kind of goals and what we're trying to do, but also tell the story of how did I came to this, because it's been 4 or 5 years, 3 to 4 years of ideation, and then like 6 months of actually building the actual concept, which is kind of wild. But yeah, it is 1:06 a.m. and I have class tomorrow, and I don't know why I'm doing this, but maybe this will make a good motivational topic, motivational speak next year, in like in 10 years. We'll see. Oh boy. If you're my employer, please, if you want to employ me, please employ me, / if you're looking to employ me, hopefully you still like me, and yeah. But basically how we came up with this, well, it was during COVID, big part of it. During COVID, I decided I was shopping online and I couldn't find any websites that I really liked. And I thought that Nordstrom had too many options, and I thought that individual brand websites were cool, and I liked certain brands. I know which brands I liked, but I also wanted to explore new brands. I also wanted to find new brands. I always liked finding new brands. I always liked finding new things that no one else had, which is why I was an Android / Microsoft user in high school. I liked being different. I was always different. And then as well as, I even have a Microsoft phone, so that's kind of crazy. And so, I wanted to be able to like find my new style / this is also what I was going to find. I was trying to change up how the way I dressed, and dress a little bit nicer as a senior in high school during COVID. And let me think, where did I go from there? I don't know, I think I journaled a lot during this time, and I thought about it for a while, and then I couldn't find any other websites that would do this, where it would take kind of your style or what you wanted to look like, and then make your own customizable like website to that. So I knew, like, I actually didn't know at the time, but I thought about it for a while, and then we came up with Dressed with my friend back in high school, and the whole thing's kind of crazy. Then I realized that I couldn't build it. I asked a ton of kids around my high school, like, what did they thought? This is like right after, this was still senior year, but this was like when we first got allowed to go back in, so I was a weird person with a mask, asking people what they thought of the business ideas when everybody's world was kind of getting shut down. So I asked like a ton of people about it, and everyone kind of liked the idea. It seemed that it was a cool idea to kind of customize content to person's interest, but no one has done it in the way that you can shop by it, which is the next wave, it seems. And so then I go to college, then I kept trying to figure out how to do this idea. I didn't know how to code, so I couldn't do that. I didn't know how to do anything really. I didn't even know back end, front end, or anything like that. So then what happened freshman year? Then I kind of gave up on the idea, kind of put it away, but I didn't stop. I kept thinking about it, and I couldn't figure out actually how to like, it's one thing to have the concept, the next thing to actually like make it look good and make it actually like not function, but just like making wireframes or random stuff, and I'm gonna come up with like a good idea of how to do that and make it efficient. And I also wanted you to be able to like, I wanted the user to be able to like change the style on the whim. So let's say they change a style, or they have multiple styles for different events, or I don't wear like suits and ties to everything. I'm not like preppy all the time. You know, I wear sweatshirts and stuff as well. So I wanted there to also be able to like change the algorithm that it's looking at pretty easily. But I also wanted to track its like overall movement, things like that. So I wanted to make it like as seamless as possible with like minimal features. But I also knew that like Instagram, you get like sucked into like one field, and I wanted you to be able to get out of it and go into a different one whenever you wanted, and then go into a different one whenever you wanted. Um, so that was kind of the idea. Hopefully this makes some sense. And then, so your sophomore year, I didn't really do it. Sophomore year just worked a lot, so I didn't really work on the idea at all. It was still in the back of my mind, but I didn't really think about it. And junior year, I kind of gave up on it. And then I went to do my internship, and then I saw the this other company. I was doing something similar. It was the same premise, but like they executed it a different way. They thought about it a different way, and so I kind of saw that like, people like this idea of like having personalized websites to them that they can actually buy things off of. So then I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was just thinking something. I'm like, this has to work. Maybe in 6 months' time, I still have like no followers, but I was like, if these guys can get 80,000 followers on Instagram in like a year or two, I can do the same, with the same concept. And I think I thought mine was always better, so maybe it's an ego thing or what, but and then it basically all clicked. So then once it clicked, we came up with the idea of, I knew that there needed to be some sort of quiz when you onboard it. So right now we don't have that, but eventually when you onboard, you'll be able to have a quiz. We'll get your sense of what your style is, what you're interested in, what you're looking for, and it basically will sort the entire website for all your browsing things. And then kind of once I got that, part of it, then the second part was creating like the occasions part. So the reason why we built that part, which I might change to vibes eventually, or make it occasions, then vibes, and then select specific clothing. But we'll have to see. But basically, the reason why I did that is because it allows the user to be able to brainstorm kind of collections, if you will. So, like each outfit, it might be a hoodie, sweatpants, shoes, etc. It might be, suit that's a certain colors or certain, earth tones or certain vibes, like stuff that's really difficult. You have to like do like 30 filters to get like the same kind of effect. So I wanted to be able to like limit down the options. That sense. So if you know what you want to look like, or you get an idea from like, oh, this photo, you can easily go and shop that with the best brands that we can find. They're all high quality, that are also small brands. And so that was kind of the other end of it. So we wanted to make a way for you to get inspired by stuff, engage the browsing experience better. This was also after asking like a ton of people advice on this my senior year. Like our first idea was to like make it for dresses for girls, and like have it be like a quiz, and it just shows you like all the dress that fit that quiz. Because I know like, my sister hates shopping for dresses, and I hate shopping for dresses with other girls. And sometimes to ask me, what do you think? And I'm like, I don't know. Like everyone kind of like knows what they want, and so if you can just filter out all the noise, then I was like, I'll make life a little bit easier. So yeah, basically after we did all like got a bunch of advice, everyone seemed to like this idea of having kind of the all clothing be enhanced slightly to your taste and what you like, taking out the noise and some of the options in that case, but then also be able to get inspired using the occasion / vibes part of it, and then that part will help narrow down the items that you want. And so utilizing both of them, I was able to kind of make it a more engaging browsing experience where people can kind of shop by the way that they want to look, or figure out how they want to look, view through that, but also be able to have an overlying kind of optimized, I don't know how to explain it, but like an underlying optimized, I guess they could view an experience that's just for them, that might be different than their friends, it might be different than other friends, and then eventually down the road we're gonna probably put in things that you can like make your own, style profiles that you can jump through and be like, oh, I want to shop by X style profile, now I want to shop by this one that I made, or this one, and you could also shop by like multiple outfits eventually. Like let's say like like Pinterest, you have Pinterest boards, imagine you'd be able to create an entire website for clothing that's just for you based on that board that you create. And so this then hopefully maybe we'll get into like the sorority game, or like where they have like, oh, these are, you know, different style ideas for what you guys should wear, and instead you can actually shop by that and have a customized, you know, storefront just for that sorority formal. And same for companies, same for, you know, different, you know, business casuals, or if someone has like a black tie event, we give them a bunch of black tie outfits, and then they can shop, you know, with that. And then also, like, while getting inspired, it takes out the whole idea of like, oh, how is this the best brand possible? Is this that? And so then that's where like all the secondary stuff comes in, where we want to be smaller brands, we want it to be brands that are good quality, we want it to be stuff that's kind of hard to find in mainstream, at least for the short term. And the third aspect, we wanted to give information you guys actually care about or you like want. So like, make sure all the sizings are the same sizing parameters, even if, you know, one says, you know, one comes from the factory as a medium, but in our sizing parameter it's a large. We're going to switch it to be a large eventually, and a bunch of other stuff like that. We're also going to use probably like algorithms to, you know, tell you which size we think you are, and I'll have it auto select. We're going to have things that, we're also going to add like a bunch of meme stuff, probably just fun stuff. Like, I want to add like a price per wear part of it, especially when we make the girls one. I think the girls would find that funny, and like the guys is something different. But yeah, it's basically why we built Dress, is because we wanted to create like, the overall arching idea is to create a browsing experience that's just for you, and that you can like actively engage in browsing it, and it's fun. And you don't have to have a platform for browsing, you don't have to have a platform for shopping. I wanted to make it all in one, and then, but also, you know, make it super simple to shop by that style or whatever it is. So the roommates are probably gonna kill my ass. But yeah, let me know if this is helpful. Did not expect making this at 1:17 in the morning. I was listening to motivational speakers, so here we are. If you'd like to see more content of this, comment, follow us on all of our socials on YouTube, etc. So bye bye.